Hey, dive bar enthusiasts. This is Tony and Kris coming up with another episode of the Dive Bar Hunters, guys. Hey, we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for the feedback we've been getting out there on all our episodes we put out so far. Okay, there's only been two. But anyway, put out the episodes. We got some great feedback. We're excited about it, guys. And you can find us out there on, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, anywhere you get your podcasts, you can find us. YouTube, we just started building that up. So if you can give us a subscription over there or subscribe, I think that's what it's called, subscribe, right? Or a subscription?
Subscribe. I think it's a subscribe or
all right.
Something like
we're
that.
Showing your age. We're showing your age, not mine.
100%. 100%.
Right. So give us a subscribe there. If you find us on social media, like and follow and all that good stuff, guys. We really appreciate that. But last week was a really good episode. We got some great feedback for that. We told you guys about the haunted house. We went into little details about some stories at the house and some that Kris didn't even know happened to me when she was out and about saving the world. And that was some scary stuff. I keep a lot of stuff with her, especially when it's scary. I won't tell her things. I'll tell her limited things because she's so scary. She runs from everything.
I do. It's true.
It's true. Yeah, you are scared of everything.
I'm a baby. I can't help it.
You are, man. Some of the stories we went over, it brought back some memories, gave me some goosebumps as I was telling some of those stories. So listen to that last episode. We talked about some of the things. We gave the address where that place was, everything. So you guys like haunted houses? Go look for them. On
say 3 months, you'll find some things.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, yeah, and we talked about we gave the review of the bar Lopnow's, aka
the Sneezer Bar.
The Sneezer Bar. And listen to that, you'll know why we call it the Sneezer Bar and all that kind of stuff. And that was a great bar. We love that good bar.
It is.
I think we gave them a 3. We gave them a 3, right?
We did. We gave them a 3. It's a solid dive bar. We actually really enjoyed it and went a few times. So that was great.
Went a few times, yeah. It was a really good bar. We on our new dive bar rating scales with the sticky mugs. We gave them 3 sticky mugs, which means it basically have everything you want. It's not the best out there. It's not one where you're gonna oh my gosh, Kris, let's go over to, Lopnow's, But no, it's like, what do you want to do today? I don't feel like doing a whole lot. Let's go hang out on Lopnow's. You're still going to have a good time. It's the...
we saw Randy.
Yeah, we saw
every
bar we go to, we see a Randy. Man.
We see one, if not 1 or 2 Randys, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, we saw a Randy. And I would say that the bathrooms, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I would say that the bathrooms for me, top notch.
That pushed it over for you.
Lot. Yep, Princess Pizza-Lot approved those. Yep, absolutely.
That's right. Listen to that episode so you see why they call her Princess Pizza-Lot and all that good stuff. So we gave it a solid 3. We saw Randy. We gave it the whole thing. But and the one we're going to talk about tonight, we saw 2 Randys in there. So that was pretty unique.
We did, yes.
All right, so today we're going to talk about we're going to bring you out to Somerset, Kentucky. I call it Somerset because it's not summer. It's Somerset.
The way it's spelled is Somer, but it's actually Somerset. So
it's Somerset, yeah. How far? That's about Somerset is about what? An hour and a half to 2 hours from Lexington, was it, or Louisville? 1 to 2.
It is actually about an hour and a half from Lexington, so it's south and a little bit west of Lexington, almost Tennessee, actually.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we really liked it there. I'm telling you, out in Somerset, it was really nice. Where we stayed at this little resort community out there on the Lake Cumberland, and I think in the resort community it has like 10 little houses in this little community. And we were the only one, basically, the only one with some people in there. And it's the one across the street, the ladies there every now and then. But for the most part, we were the only ones out here, which we loved. It was quiet. And
we did. It was
that
quiet
kind of stuff.
And it was peaceful. And, it was beautiful views. You get a view of the lake if you want to walk down 100 steps. However,
how many times did you do those steps, Kris?
Maybe once or twice.
Hey, more than that. I was proud of you.
And maybe every single time I complained like a baby, actually.
Yeah, she did. But you know what? The school about it, we know there was 100 and I had a brain fart. It was 100 and something stairs because we counted them down and up, down and up. And it's like a jiggity jog. It's really cool.
huff and puff.
Yeah. Not on the sturdiest terrain either. It was pretty unique and
No, yeah,
nice right there in a beautiful little lake area. And we got some pictures of
yeah, it
those, so
is
we'll
beautiful.
we'll, we'll shoot one of those out there too for you. It was a lot of fun. But anyway,
Hmm.
Somerset's a really cool town. I don't know. It's like it's small, but it has a tendency to
It
be
is.
bigger because all the little towns that come together, like London and what's the other ones that's
Hmm.
around here? Burnside and all that stuff.
Nancy, all of those kind of feed into Ferguson, feed
Yeah,
into it.
yeah, yeah.
They and Eubank, actually, the one a little bit north of there. But yeah, they all pull into the same little community. And I mean, when we were there, it was kind of low season. So it's kind of a resort town. It's right next to Lake Cumberland, which is a huge draw of, you know, summer boaters and,
Yeah,
any, skier, snow ski, or not snow ski, but water ski, but just,
water skiing.
it's a nice, chill, hangout kind of place. So
Yeah,
it's super, super busy in the summertime, but we have actually never seen it that way. We
in the
always see it
summertime.
in the fall and in the winter and in the spring.
Yeah,
So we never get to experience the full dose of Somerset, Kentucky. But I mean, I really like this town actually.
yeah.
It's a
It's a
cool
cool
town.
town.
They have
Yeah,
a lot to be desired in the way of food because,
food. Yeah, there's nothing
I
but
like to
fast food
eat,
restaurants
and we've
there.
already established that. So, your specific, your traditional fast food ware is always there. But, if you
Yeah.
want a
Well,
little
we did find some a great little pizza place there.
we
That was
did,
really
yeah.
good. Yeah, it was
Yes.
Eubanks, right? Eubank
Shout
Pizza.
out to Eubanks
Sure.
Pizza. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
great. And the owners are from Chicago, so they know how to make pizza, and it was really
Yep,
good.
they
It
do.
was really good
Yeah.
pizza there. So if you guys are looking for some good pizza and you're going to Somerset, uh,
Or
go
Somerset, as they say here.
exactly, exactly. So you go there, you'll like their pizza, but they do have quite a few little bars here. I won't say when
They
I
do.
say bars, they have quite a few bars that some are what we consider dive bars, and they have a couple really
Mhm.
upscale places. We went to a gamut of all of those. We went to
We
one
have.
that was just top notch, man, just really
Mhm.
high class, highfalutin. I was like, man, I guess I shouldn't be wearing my flip flops and shorts in here, should I? But anyway,
And
I do.
I think you could
But
probably wear anything in this town, so
yeah, exactly. So it was pretty cool. But with the now the place we're going to review today, it was a place that if you saw it from the outside, you wouldn't think that it was the dive bar kind of thing. And Chris was talking about what you were talking about this earlier, talking about what do we consider a dive bar? A dive bar is
right.
about attitude. Number one, that's
Yeah.
that's number one. It's the attitude.
Is the size of a place considered a dive bar if it's a mall or is it a large, you know what I mean? Like what
Yeah,
constitutes a dive bar? Do they have food? Do they not? In my opinion, like, do they have food or not? Is it big or is it small?
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. I mean, what are your opinions? Maybe throw
Well,
that out to the community and see what they say.
yeah.
What's your
What do
opinion
you
of a
think?
dive bar? What do you think a dive bar really is? So shoot us a message
Exactly.
and let us know that.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like if they serve food, maybe
Hmm.
not technically a dive bar, but maybe like you said, the attitude of a place
Yeah.
more so than the food. It gives it that dive bar feel, right? So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah. Yeah, it's the
know.
atmosphere. It's the when you walk into a place, I mean, you got the feel. It's and this may
Hmm.
sound crazy, but I always picture. Oh, when I go to a dive bar, if it's a little darker inside, and I don't mean like this
Right.
dark and dingy. It's just not bright like a food court. Really bright like that. It's just a little darker, and
Yeah.
and my views are smaller. It feels smaller. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because
Right.
everyone's, you got your bar top, you got a couple tables in
Yeah.
there, you got a couple games, you got a couple,
I get you.
whatever it is.
Players.
That's the aesthetics for a dive bar, in my opinion. You know,
Yeah.
um, but this place here we're gonna talk about. It's called the Cove in
Hmm.
Somerset, Kentucky. The Cove. When you first, because you heard about some of your friends out there were telling you about this place, right?
yeah, several people were said, when I started asking around about dive bars, they're like, "Oh, you got to go to the Cove. The Cove is the place to go for things like that. That and there's a couple others that they had mentioned that we've gone to. We'll review later, but so we've been trying to go to the Cove for a while, and we finally got to go, and it was uh it was an interesting experience.
Yeah. Well, let me back up a little. The first time we went into the Cove, we
Mhm.
had just gotten in town, and we were maybe there for a couple days. We were like, oh, let's go find a dive bar. First, we just drove around the town, and I think that's
Right.
when Chris counted, was it 27 car dealerships on one street, or 13, or
Yes.
whatever it was,
Yeah.
on one little
Yeah. So
little couple mile strip. It was crazy. It was crazy. She's like, how
yeah,
many car
there's
dealerships do
it's
they have to have? Oh my gosh! And
yeah, there's
banks.
like
That was it.
25 lights in one road, and banks and dealerships are like they're neck and neck. I think it was like 20 of them. I'm like,
Yeah,
holy cow! Like,
yeah. It was
what do you need
crazy.
this many banks for? And how
In this
many
little
car
town,
lots do
12.
you need? But whatever.
Apparently, a
Anyway,
lot. So
apparently
we
so.
were out looking. We were out looking for places to go, and so we went and we saw it. We saw, oh, there's a little place. It looks a little dingy kind of place.
Yeah.
Let's go in and check it out. And so we walked in, and the doors were open. We parked car. We walk in. Just you get waft with all the smoke, and Chris
Hmm.
walked in. And as soon as she walked in, the guy says, "Hey, how
Nope.
y'all doing?" Chris turned around and she literally said, "Nope."
Nope. I did. I know. And I'm not even sure that the guy actually worked there because he might
Yeah,
have
but
been a Randy.
he may have been,
Either way, I
but
did.
he
I
was the only
turned
one
right
there.
around. Yeah, he was. I was like, nope, out,
It was in
turned
the
around.
afternoon too, so
Yeah, it was. That
that
was
was probably the
well, and I
funniest thing.
thought I didn't know why. Like, I mean, it's 2026. Who smokes inside of a building anymore? I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
I remember when we were growing
they
up,
do in
we
the
smoked in
Cove.
everything.
Yeah,
However, they do
we
in
got
the
hot boxed
Cove.
by the parents in the car.
We did, didn't we? We were just talking about that the other day, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, you got hot boxes, the car couldn't crack a window, everything.
Exactly.
Gosh, you get yelled at if you crack the window, heavens. But like, restaurants, even back then, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, but to give them. We decided to give them a second chance because the first time it was in the afternoon. We went like it was like for
Right.
lunch or
Right.
whatever. We were at this Mexican place, Mexican restaurant down the street, and it was really good. And I'm not a big
Yeah.
Mexican food fan, but it was really good. That
Sadly
place
for
was
me,
really good. Yeah, I know, and she loves all that stuff.
I
But
do. I
we
love
said, well, let's
Mexican
mosey on
food.
in here. Let's go on here and check it out. So we went in there, and she said her nope right away, and we turned around. I wonder what that guy was thinking. He's like, what? Nope.
How
And
rude.
she didn't say it quietly, like, no, I don't think so. She said nope,
Nope.
and turned around, and walked right out.
I
So
didn't even
we
think you
left.
had stepped into the building. You opened the door for me, and I was
Yeah,
like, nope, right around.
you were facing back before I got the door closed behind me. I'm like, oh, all right, all right. So we're gonna do
Did
this
I
then
did.
today. So
Yeah. Yeah, it
so
was my fault.
no, but that's something you like. You hate it to smoke. You hate having smoke
I
on you and all that kind
yeah.
of stuff. And I
You
get
know,
it.
and it's what's interesting. I mean, like I grew up, my family, they half of them smoked, right? Like
Yeah,
so, I
yeah.
grew up around smoking, back in the 70s and 80s. Yes, I'm dating myself. However,
You are
but
old.
that was I know I am. However, that was normal, right? So that
Yeah,
was just
that was
what you
normal.
did.
Yeah,
And you don't realize how much you dislike it until you're
yeah,
out of that environment. So like I have
yeah.
been out of the smoking house for gosh, I don't want to say how many years.
Yeah.
And
A long time.
yeah, a long time. And so when you realize you get in that environment again, you're like, "Oh, this is what it was like. Man, I don't like that at
Yeah.
all."
I know, man. I know. But you didn't like it. I understood that. So we
Yeah.
went on, we did our thing, and then someone was telling Chris about it again. Some friends of hers out there were telling her, some police people she was working with said, yeah, check out the Cove, check out the Cove. So we said, you know what? We're
Well,
gonna give it another shot.
actually, if you remember, like our New Year's Eve, because we went to another bar, we met some locals and we'd asked them the same thing. What are some dive bars? Give us your best dive bars in town. And so they gave us a couple options.
Yeah.
One, we've gone to a couple of them. One we're reviewing today, and so that was one of them was the Cove.
Yeah.
So we're like,
Yeah.
all right, let's give it a shot. So this is why we have come to the Cove tonight.
All right, so we went back to the Cove. We said we're gonna go in the evening time. We're gonna give it a good shot. I think we went on. I think when we did that, we went on a Thursday. I think it was.
Yeah,
So
something like
went on
that.
Thursday.
Yeah,
We said it got to be bumping. So we went in there, and it was as we pulled up.
it was popping.
It was at night, so it was bumping. It just it's
Hmm.
when we pulled up at this time, it was dark, so you could see it better on the inside. And all the windows were you could see through the windows. Everyone's shooting pool. It reminded me of a pool hall. As I was going to walk in, I
Mm-mm.
said, "It's probably a little pool hall." If you guys have been to pool halls, you know what they are. They're dark. They're just shooting pool. They got pool tables everywhere. You're
Yeah,
shooting pool. It's just all you're doing. And some pool halls don't even have liquor. You just go in there and shoot pool and all that kind of stuff. So
you
we
had a
went in
different
this time.
upbringing than I did. I did never go to a pool hall, so I had no idea. But you had to describe what a pool hall was to me because we
Yeah.
apparently have different lives growing up. I
Well,
didn't know what that
before we met,
was.
of course. Yeah. Well, I didn't do a lot of pool halls when I was growing up, but I did them when I went to college, and there was pool halls. We
Right?
did some of that and all that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
So you learn about
Must
all
have
that
been an
stuff.
Iowa thing, huh?
I'm just so well versed. Yes. Let me put my pinky up. Yes, I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
My broken
Uh-huh.
pinky from years ago getting kicked on. But anyway,
Uh,
martial arts injury. But anyway, so we go in here, we walk in, and once again we open the door. Chris walk in, and she just like, oh, the smoke.
oh,
But we knew it was going to be smoke there. We knew it, right?
well,
So we
I
said we're
wish
gonna give these guys
I
a fair
had
shake.
not washed my hair. That was the thing. But I
Oh,
say, man, I just washed my hair. No, you
oh,
don't understand.
Lord.
Listen, you're a bald man. You don't even understand about a woman's hair. We got to
I don't
when
like
you
my
wash it.
eyebrows.
Oh boy, come on now. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
Oh
yeah,
gosh.
when we
We'll talk
wash
about
our
our
hair,
hair. Here
man,
we go. Here we go.
man,
Talk
that's the
about
thing.
hair.
No, I was very disappointed. Afterwards, I was like, "Smell my hair, smell my hair." Is it?
I know. I'm like, we literally
That's a
just walked
mess.
out the place and I got smoke in my nose. I'm gonna smell your hair. See if it can smell different.
I know, I'm a mess.
But there you
Anyway,
are.
we did walk
Anyway,
in. We gave it a shot. So
we
I
did. We gave him a
sacrificed
fair
the
shot.
washed hair for
Yep.
the
We get
dive bar hunters
right the
for sure.
sacrifice the smoked hair. You got issues, girl.
You ain't wrong. I got a list of them.
Yeah, you do. And I have a list right here. Anyway,
You know?
anyway, anywho, we went in there, and as we walked in, to try to give you the aesthetic, you walk in, and there's probably like 20 feet in. There's this big counter. I thought that was the bar from the first time we went in
I
there,
did
but it wasn't. It was
too.
a counter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a counter for I don't know. And I guess there's getting the pool cues and all that stuff from there. And then to the left, they had a dart competition going on. Had four
Yeah.
boards, four lanes. They were shooting darts, and so we gave it a
Hmm.
good, once over. And the environment over there, it made it seem like it wasn't a really divey bar. It was just
No.
pool
Yeah.
hall, people doing stuff. So then we walk to the right, and you go inside where everyone's shooting pool through the doors. And as you go through there, the bar is through there and to the left at the back. So we went in there, shooting pool. Everyone, turned around, do their thing, shooting pool. And Chris always feels everyone stares at us, but I
I
I,
know, right? I
I don't
never.
I don't pay
Well,
attention to that stuff.
well, I mean, we're new. We don't. They've never seen us before,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we get that at Walmart. We get that at Kroger. We get that because it's just everywhere we go, and it's because we're
Most
just
time we
new.
don't belong in the places. We don't belong in those
People
towns.
know
We're
the
different.
locals, and people can
Yeah,
tell when
yeah,
someone's different. And so,
yeah,
I think that's really what it is. But anyway,
yeah.
I digress. But yeah, there were I don't know how many
I,
pool tables were there, like 4 or 6 of them, I
like
think.
4 or 5. 4 or 5 pool tables.
Yeah,
We go in there and we go and see the bar in the back, and it's a small bar. Now the bar itself looked like what you would see in a dive bar. Once
yes,
you get past the pool tables, it was sort of sectioned off, but it wasn't.
yeah,
Had a little divider, and you go past the divider, and there's the pool, the bar. So
the
I'm like,
bar.
okay, here we
Yeah,
go. So we go up to the bar top, and two ladies are smoking there. And as we're walking in, they must have worked there because they got up and start, I
yeah,
guess working. As we walk back there, and there's a couple guys sitting at the bar at the bar top, and so we ordered a couple drinks. Something. When I
cheap
drink a beer, I'm not
beers.
a crafty
Oh,
beer.
beer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I had a Coors Light, and you ordered a Modelo, I think
I
it
think
was,
I
or something.
ordered an Angry Orchard just because I
Yeah,
wasn't feeling actual beer that day, but it
yeah,
was
you did. Yep.
something.
So the waitress, the bartender. I'm sorry, not the waitress. The bartender. She looked like she worked at a dive bar. she
Yeah.
she had the tattoos
She
on her
was very
face.
nice, though. She
I
was
mean, she was
very
a
nice, very
sweetheart,
attentive, but
very attentive. she's been in the industry for a while. That's all I'm gonna say. She had
Yeah.
the tattoos on her face. I'm not a
Tattoos.
knocker. She had the white makeup on, trying to cover up the tattoos, and it was like, well, they're there, so why cover them?
And
And
I
I'm not,
didn't understand that, but whatevs,
yeah, I'm
I
not
don't
dogging
cover
her. I just,
mine, so
I notice everything, and this is what we're about. We're reviewing everything. So we're reviewing
yeah.
the bar, the workers,
Atmosphere, the
the whole
everything.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we ordered our drinks and we went and sat at the table, which was right because we'll talk about this little debate we have going on, our little debate battle we have going on where we sit in the bar. She's a
Right.
bar top girl.
I'm
I'm
a
a
bar
table
top
guy.
girl.
Yeah,
So
and it's
what
like,
that means is we go to a table unless there's no tables to be had, and then we'll go to the bar top.
yeah. I sat at the bar top at that one bar in Ohio. Remember, I was so proud of myself there. That I sat there. I was really proud of
I don't
myself.
remember that one, but we'll have to.
Yeah,
We can
so we
review
met,
that.
we met your sister and brother-in-law there for drinks. I sat over there
Oh
and that
yes, I
because it was
do
in the corner. I could put
remember.
my back to the corner.
Because
I could see
yes,
everything.
exactly. That's what it is. You just want to be able to see everything, and you want to, you got to have a clear line of sight of everything. And so the bar
There you go. That's
generally
right. That's right.
generally doesn't lend to that. Like unless
Right.
you're at a bar where they've positioned it so that you can see the front door. But that's just your thing, and that's okay. I mean, we all have something. Clearly, we've already established I have issues of my own, so it's okay.
I don't have any issues. Excuse me. And my list. But anyway,
It's my list as well.
right. So we sat there. We sat at the table, and what we do is we go to a bar and we're trying to review it.
Mhm.
We try to blend in. We're not trying to run around, take a bunch of pictures and all that stuff. We do that, but that's not the first thing we do. We try to look at, the aesthetics of the place, the atmosphere, the welcoming environment, how the bartenders, how they
Right.
respond to us, how they take our order, the whole thing. Because you got to feel comfortable going to these places, and so we want to do our best to give you guys the best review we can. So we don't go. We try to be, I don't know, ninja, sneaky wise.
But you're better at that than I am. That's okay. Though.
Yeah, sneaking in and looking around. They won't notice me right here. But anyway, so we go in and we have us a drink. And I tell you, the place, just the bar area, will give you dive bar vibe. You would say, okay, this is really good. Like I said, the waitress, the waitress, I don't know why I keep calling her a waitress. I'm sorry. The bartender, she was a sweet girl. She's a cute girl. She's been in that industry for a while. She knew her stuff. She knew the drink. She went right to it. But they did have a great whiskey selection. We didn't grab any whiskey that night, but we was looking at the list, and I mean, there what's on the shelf, and it was really good selection. I was like, I should have a bourbon, but not tonight.
Yeah, they did have a
So
great selection. I think of all the places we've been here locally, they have the best selection. Aside from the high end places, but they have the best the local bar selection of bourbons I've seen here recently. Yeah, so
yeah,
that's a plus. So
yeah,
they also have
and
regulars there.
they have regulars there. They have regulars there. The place, and like I said, it makes you think of a dive bar because you can smoke in there. We were
Yeah,
both surprised by that when the first time we went there. So actually the first time we went into the bar and the guy was smoking, we thought he was just a disgruntled employee. Says, I don't want to work today. I'm gonna smoke in my bar. And I'm like, maybe he just had to piss
yeah,
somebody off and smoke there because nobody else was there. But anyway,
right.
so you go in there and there are ashtrays everywhere, and there was smoking in
Hmm.
there, and there were two Randys in there. If you know what a Randy
Yes,
is, listen to our last podcast.
they were
Um,
two Randys, one
yeah,
at the bar and one playing pool. The bar guy, like he talked to everybody, so that is
that's
the
right.
definition of a Randy in my book. He knows everybody and everybody's business. So
Yeah, exactly. And there was one that was playing pool. He knew every song on
every
that
song on the
jukebox that
jukebox,
came out. He was humming and
every
whistling
song.
around, and he was whipping everybody at pool too. The guy was good. He
He
was the
sure
old part
was.
too,
He
man.
was
He
good.
was kicking it,
He
man. He
was.
was kicking it.
Yeah. Either
No,
that he knew every song on the jukebox or he played all the songs on the jukebox. I haven't
or
figured
he
out
did
which.
that. He probably did that.
But he did know every song. He was singing while he was beating their asses.
He was on it, man. And the crowd was different in there. The crowd, it was young people in there, and then there were older people in there. So it was a very
It was.
mixed crowd in
Yeah.
there, which I thought was impressive. I was like, okay. But the funny thing was this guy was just because the people you meet at these places. So it's so great.
Yeah.
We're sitting there at the table, and The guy's walking with a glass of whiskey, going past me to my left, and he's taking a sip.
Yeah,
He kept trying, and "Hey, what I said? I said, did he give you something extra in there?" He said, "Man, she surprised me," and I was like, "What?"
It was funny. I was like,
I,
what in the world is he doing? Like
I,
maybe there was a piece of cork in there or something. I don't
I
know,
don't know,
but
but she surprised him. Apparently, he was. It reminds me
oh,
of an
that's
old
funny.
joke. I got an old joke. It's a dirty joke. It said, "What's the last thing you hear
Shocking.
before pubic hair hits the floor?"
What? You're a mess.
Boom. Had to throw it out because
You're
that
a
guy was
mess.
on it.
That
He
is,
said she
yeah, that was
surprised
the
me.
epitome.
That was funny. That was funny. So the place was good. I mean,
That's
it was okay.
a
The
mess.
environment was okay in there. We went in and everybody was just sticking to themselves except the
Yeah,
Randys. The Randy at the bar, he talked to everybody. Two or three
he
people
did.
came and sat down, had their drink and left, and they sat down with him and he talked their ear off. I don't know if they knew each other or not, but he could start a conversation with everybody. And that's really cool. That
Yeah.
showed that, I had a bunch of regulars in there,
Yeah, they did. I don't know if you caught that she had like a guy came up, another regular, wasn't the Randy at the bar, but it was another gentleman that was playing pool. He came up, she already had his beer poured and was
She
in the
did. I
cold
did
in
catch
the
that.
cooler. So as soon as he
Yeah.
came up, she just, went in the cooler, picked out his mug and gave it right to him. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that is service.
Yeah. That's service. And she knew. She knew what he wanted.
Yep, she knew
Maybe he
exactly
could have
what he
been a
wanted.
Randy. We didn't know if that
He
was a
might
Randy,
have
but
been, there may have been a whole bar full of Randys. I don't know, but she knew
some
what
guys
she was
came in.
doing, and
She
she knew
did.
her audience. Like and
Yeah.
that's nice. That's good to see that, not only is it that the bartender's taking care of the regulars, but they are taking care of the people like us that we're not always there. We're new people walking in. So, um,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
why we started this, right? From the chatterbox. So that was
Exactly. From the shitter box. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking about that place. Don't bring that other place up anymore. That
okay. I
bad
won't.
place. Wait,
I'm starting now.
that ugly place. Starting now. But anyway, the Cove was really good. I mean, when I say really good, I mean just sections was good. The section were good. The bar section
Bar
was
top.
good.
Yeah.
The not just the bar, I'm talking to the whole bar section, from the pool hall area. If they just had the bar section, you would think, okay, this is a dive bar because
Yeah.
it had the spinning weird old Schlitz malt liquor or whatever the fan on the ceiling was, and
Yeah.
the tag you look around, it had the signs you would notice from one. They did serve some food in there
Mm,
through the little window which was to my left.
they did.
And
Yeah.
the bartender came and grabbed that and took it out to somebody. I think it was fries or something, but I don't think it was
Yeah.
anything
It's
big.
all. No, I don't think that their menu is much more than just, frozen fried things. But we didn't get food, so I can't really speak to
Yeah,
that. But I do know. I mean, I don't
yeah,
know. It goes back to our conversation of whether is it a dive bar when you have food or whether it's not. But
yeah.
anyway, I don't know.
Depends. I guess each person decides for themselves if it's a dive bar to them
Yeah,
or not.
that's true.
Most
I
like
mean,
dive bars.
I would consider this a dive bar for sure.
That part, yes. The front area I wouldn't as much, but the back area I would just because that part was. But the pool table and the darts and everything else, it was just too. I can't think of the word. It was just too bright and too. I
Mm,
don't know. It wasn't a dive bar for me.
gotcha.
You know.
I
Um,
gotcha.
yeah,
I
but
get you.
you know,
It's all right.
it
Everybody has the
it was
right
still
to their
good.
opinions, I suppose.
Everyone has a right for their opinions, and hopefully, we would tell you guys go check these places out for yourself. And if you're in those areas, just go check them out for yourself. You know what I mean? And you may look at it and get a totally different vibe than we
Hmm.
did. And I just like I said before, the bartender was great. She had the look of a well seasoned bartender. That
Yeah.
works in a dive bar. She had the attitude of one. I mean, she's just business. She's getting it done. She talked to you real quick, and she's here to serve and sling some liquor, which was, she
Right.
did very well. How was the bathroom in there? You went to the bathroom in there? How was it?
I did go to the bathroom in there. I think the bathroom was the best part of the entire bar, honestly,
Okay.
because there was
Okay.
no smoking. There was no smoke in there. Like as smoky as the dartboard area and the pool hall area were, and
Yeah.
it was really smoky. You walk into the women's bathroom and there was nothing. I was like, oh well, this is
Yeah.
nice. This is refreshing. And the other thing I really loved is that there was a line at the men's restroom, but there wasn't a line in the women's, which is completely opposite
Yeah,
of what you
that's rare.
normally see. That's a rarity. So it was nice. I just walked right on in. Those guys were standing in line. I thought that was really nice. It's the
Oh my
little things
gosh.
for me. It's the little things, right?
It's so bougie,
Anyway, I think I know I
Princess
am
Peas a
such a
lot.
I am such a bougie little girl. But I thought that the bathrooms were the best part of the bar. So for me, if you're asking me, are you asking me for my bathroom scale? My bathroom
Yeah.
scale is Princess Peas-a-Lot approves because they were clean. They had soap,
Okay.
they had water, there was nothing on the floor, and there was no smoke. So that was a nice pleasant surprise.
Yeah. Nice pleasant surprise. Okay. You came, I remember, yeah, you did come back to the table. You did say, "Oh, that was all right. That was all right. That was
Yeah,
nice. That
that
was
was all
nice,
right. It was, I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't afraid for my life, so that was a plus. So
Okay. That is a plus. So yeah, I mean the place was good. I didn't go to the restroom, so I wouldn't know how the men's and guys. For me, I don't know about most guys. I don't care,
you don't really
because
care.
I'm not sitting down. I'm standing up very carefully, not touching anything, using my elbow
Yeah,
for
right.
everything and my foot for everything. I don't even touch the sink. I just that's the hardest part, man. You grabbing paper towels or toilet paper to turn the handle on the sink, and you wash your hands and everything else, and you leave the water running. You dry your hands off. You take the paper towel, shut it all off. You take your paper towel, grab the handle, open the door, throw the paper towel. Hey, I try to throw in the sink or if there's a garbage, I'll throw it to garbage.
Mhm.
But if there's no garbage there, garbage can, I'll throw it at the sink. So hopefully it lands in the sink. Yes, I know I'm a litter bug when it comes to that, but I don't want to touch anything in there. Yeah.
Well,
I'm not a germaholic, but
you're not a germaphobe, but you have a pin. I know there's a Seinfeld reference for you. I will say, what's interesting I find in bathrooms is that, you've got automatic sinks, you've got automatic hand towels, so you don't actually have to touch anything after you get out of the stalls, right? And
some do. Yeah.
well, a lot of them do. But then what happens is you have a door handle that you have to pull towards you, and
That's
I'm like,
true. Yeah.
what is the point of that? You should have an automatic door handle or something,
Well, if you look at
a
those places
genie that you
at the
wave back
door,
and forth and the door opens. That'd be great.
at most of those places you see, those type of places, yeah. But most dive bars I go into, they don't have the
No, they don't.
auto wash.
No.
Most
I'm
other
happy
places
if they
do
have
have
soap
auto
and
hand
hot
wash.
water.
They have the foot thing where you put your foot down and you pull the door with that. It's like a kick thing with
Some of
grips
them
on it.
do. Some
You
of
guys
them
don't have
don't.
that in yours in the
Not
women's
always,
restroom?
no. No,
Okay.
not always. Some places do, but not every one of them does. No, then you have to, actually unlock the door and turn the handle and pull it. So it's kind of a moot point at that because you've already just
Well, that's what paper
contaminated.
towels are for.
But they don't give you paper towels. If you have automatic everything, there are no paper towels. So then you go back to the stall, touch the door, and get the toilet paper to go back out. So now again, you have contaminated yourself again.
It's your restroom. I think it's so complicated.
It is complicated.
I don't know why. Look, if they don't have, you just grab tissue. You don't have to touch the door to go back in the stall. You bump it with your elbow. You're not elbow
Yeah,
efficient.
that's true.
Your
But
hover is
then what
efficient, but not
happens if your
elbow
toilet
efficient.
paper is up inside the roll and you have to pull it back out? You still have to touch it. I'm telling you,
Well,
everything should be automated.
good point. A good point. You win on that one because I don't know. Well, I will
Yeah,
tell you
you
the
guys,
one bathroom that
outdoor plumbing is a lot easier to handle than us indoor plumbing people. I'm telling you.
well, what really? Not really. We still got to touch the thing, so our hands got to be clean. You know what I mean? You still got to touch
I
the willy
know.
wanker and do your thing, do your three shakes and tap. Whatever.
A
We still
mess.
got to do it. But like I said before, like, I think I talked about it last episode. The worst bathroom I've ever been to, and we're gonna review that place. It's coming up in a few weeks
Yeah.
to drop that one. That's the worst bathroom I've ever been in my life as
Well,
a
let me tell
guy.
you.
Normally we don't care, but that one couldn't touch anything. Couldn't. I thought the place was so gross. Didn't even want to touch myself. I was like, that was so gross. Oh my
Well,
gosh,
I
you had to
mean, that
use
goes right along with the rest of the facilities
of
and
that part.
such of that particular establishment.
This is
So I'm
true.
not
This is
surprised.
true. But guess what? That's one of my favorite little bars.
I know it is. I know you and Dustin. It's your favorite.
We do hit that one up quite a bit.
That's a no
I'll
thank
be
you for
reviewing that one
me.
again. Yeah, yeah, you got to go there with me. You won't go, but we will get you there. We'll get you there to go that one. I know you will. You'll
Mhm.
enjoy. You've never been to it, but you enjoy that one. But anyways, go back to this one,
Can
to
I
the
wear a
Cove.
bubble suit?
What do like everybody else? Put a surgery asbestos suit on too. Just
Yeah,
walking in,
that's
not
what I
touching
said about
anything.
it. That's what I did. Yeah, that's exactly it. I'll be my own little bubble boy. Nobody touch me. I need a safety zone.
It's the best little place. Just don't go to the bathroom. It's a bad place when the hand sanitizer is outside the bathroom door across the hall, so across the
That's
hallway from the
gross.
bathroom. So it's like, how do you
Oh
wash your hands?
gosh,
You go up there,
that's a
but they do
mess.
have all. They always have $2 PBRs, 16
Yeah,
ounces,
well,
baby.
there you go.
You know, it's the
16
best
ounces.
dive bar. Yes,
You love
but
that place.
anyway, we'll talk about that one. But the Cove. Get back to the Cove here. I think the Cove was okay. Now we talk about ratings. You gave it. What did you say in the bathroom? You gave it a what? What scale was you on your
It's a
bathroom?
Princess Pizzolata approves of the bathroom.
All
Of
right,
the
so
bathroom.
that's a big one. That's the
That's a
top
great,
three. Then that's
that's the perfect
all right.
bathroom.
The perfect one. You didn't have to activate hover mode or anything like
I
that.
did not. No, the hover mode wasn't needed. Didn't need to be activated. Praise God for that. So
Okay.
you got to
You are
work on
just
your
crazy.
core. I mean, you got when you're going in those places, you got to activate that core so you can hover and you don't have to, touch anything.
You do have issues. Oh my god. All right. So anyway, so you gave it a Princess Pizza Lot, the top award, the Princess Pizza Lot
Yes,
you give.
Princess
All right. Now
Pizzolata
what did you
approves.
now what did you give the bar itself? The
So the
Cove in
bar itself,
Somerset,
to
Kentucky.
me, I feel like is a two sticky mug. Two sticky mugs
The
for
two
me,
sticky mug.
at least.
All
Two
right, so
sticky
two
mugs for
sticky
me.
mug. Guys, if you list your last one, but I'll cover it here. So our mug rating is our bar play a sticky mug. One sticky mug is a code violation, health code violation. It's it's sanitizing is strongly recommended. You order a beer and you wipe the neck first, right? So that's the number one. If you have a number two, sticky mugs, that's questionable watering hole. Watering hole, you'll probably survive, but the bartender calls everyone chief. I think she said sweetheart or honey, didn't she say?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can interchange honey and sweetheart and chief. They're all about the same.
All right. And then the three sticky mugs is a certified dive bar. You have cheap drinks, weird locals, and one story you'll tell forever. And then the four sticky mugs is the PBR Paradise. It means it has everything. Then they have Pabst Blue Ribbon on tap.
On
It's
tap.
not it's not the best place in the world, but you'll stay till close, right? And then the five sticky mugs is Randy certified. It's got everything, and including a guy named Randy that you can talk to all night that knows everybody's secret in yours, right? So you
That's
give
right.
this one two sticky
I
mugs,
give that a two sticky mug for me.
which is a questionable water hole. You know,
Well, I
I
mean,
will
it's
stick
kind of
with you on that.
questionable.
Yeah, I personally was gonna give it a one. It
Well, I
wasn't
gave
because
him
it
a
was
benefit of the doubt because the bartender was so good.
but that's what I'm saying. I was going to give him a one, but because it just didn't have the vibe until you walked through all the stuff and got to the bar to get the bar, and then the bar was, in my opinion, a little bit like a dive bar. So I was going to give them a one, but the waitress, why do I keep calling her a waitress? And she's a bartender. My gosh, the bartender, she saved the place with a two. And one thing I did like also, everybody knows that I'm a cigar guy. I love cigars, so I do want
Yes.
to go back there someday, and have a drink in there and bring my stogie and puff a little bit while I have your nice little
Hmm.
bourbon and sit there and people watch. I think that would
Well,
be
that
fun.
is entertaining. So, especially, yeah, that's entertaining.
It's very entertaining. It's very entertaining. So with that, we both agree it's a sticky mug. It's a two sticky mugs, which is a
Two sticky
questionable
mugs.
watering hole. You probably survive,
Hmm.
but the bartender calls everyone chief, sweetheart,
Baby,
honey,
honey, baby
baby,
doll.
sugar. I heard that before.
Sure.
Uh,
That's in the South. I think that, yeah, that's it.
yeah, yeah, sugar. So
That's
guys,
in
that's
the
our rating
South.
on the Cove in Somerset, Kentucky. Somer,
It's
Somerset,
it's
Kentucky.
Somerset.
It's Somer. There's no you nowhere.
Okay.
Somerset. It's out there on Lake Cumberland, Kentucky. And but guys, we want to leave you with, so we want to try to get your feedback to see, what do you guys prefer. We talked about a little bit during doing this episode. You know, what do you guys like to sit? Are you're a bar top person, or
Mm-hmm.
you're a table person? Once again, as you know, I'm a table person, which is the best in the world. Kris
To
is a bar
you.
top person.
I'm a bar top, and the reason I'm a bar top person is I feel like you get a lot of interaction with the bartender, but you
I
also
get
get a
that.
lot of interaction with the locals. And so I
Yeah,
feel like that
I give you
is,
that.
I mean, that's the reason why I like the bar top, because then you get to have interaction. Because then when you're sitting at a table, sometimes those tables are kind of far removed, or they
Well,
just they
sometimes,
don't
yeah,
come and they don't talk to you, so you don't really
yeah,
get that total dive bar vibe, right? Like that's
yeah.
just I don't know, that's just me. I like
That's
the
your
bar
opinion.
top.
I get
That's
it.
the reason why I like it. That's Hey, everybody's got opinions. And mine happens to be right. All smart people think like me.
There you go. Everyone say think like you, but you know what? I'm the same way. But I like a table. But I'm different in. I have no problem getting up, going and work a crowd and talk to people and, hey,
Yeah.
how you doing, or whatever.
You're great at that.
Um,
You're
and you talk to people too, but you rather people come to you and sit and talk to you.
Yeah.
But I got to see everything. I got to have, if I can sit somewhere where my back is to something, I can see everywhere. I can.
Yeah.
Most of you guys, some of you guys, or most of you guys will know why. You know,
Mm-hmm.
sight, sight. You got to see everything. So, but at a bar top, I don't know. I just feel so talking over my shoulder all day, and talking, looking
Yeah.
behind me. Every time the door opens, I'm looking behind me. But
I
that's
get
just
that.
me.
I get that. No, I
Yeah,
get that. And I think that's why, I'm like, I always want to, it doesn't hurt my feelings to sit at a bar top, or a tabletop.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
if that makes you more comfortable, and so you can have all of the exit plans, then by all means, listen. If you start running, I'm going with you, so I best be sitting beside you.
You're not gonna stop and say, "Tony, where you going? You're not finished
No,
your
no.
drink."
If you run,
I don't. Well, it could be for that reason, or most of the time, I'm so nosy. I want to see everybody walking in. I want to keep my eye on everything, and I think that's not the seeing my eye on everything is number two, but the escape route is number one. Anyway,
right, exactly.
and most guys understand why. Most guys understand why,
Yeah.
guys. But let us know in the comments what you think, which one's your favorite, all that kind of stuff. If you'd rather sit at a bar and be
Mm,
vulnerable, wide open to
I know it's
society,
crazy
or would
talk,
you
isn't
like to
it?
sit at a
Ooh,
nice
it's cookie
table
talk.
where you could chill, relax, and do your thing? But guys, that's been another great episode of the Dive Bar Hunters, and we appreciate you guys listening to our banter and our rants and all
Absolutely.
that stuff. And hope you go out and check some of the bars out that we recommended. I don't think we
Yeah.
recommended any of them just yet. I guess we
Well, we've
did,
recommended, Lop in Wausau,
Lop now.
Wisconsin. There's now,
Yeah.
we have some we would recommend you don't go to.
And some
But
of those are coming
as
up.
time
We
goes
always see
on,
more.
I think that yeah, I know, right? As time goes on, I think we'll have a lot more suggestions of places to go. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
week we're going
We
to check
trust
out some
we
new
reviewed
places, and
we reviewed so many places already that we're gonna sit
I
and
know,
putting out for you guys, and I
I
think it's gonna
know.
be great. And hopefully if we come to your area, or if we're not in your area, go ahead and drop down and let us know
Yeah,
a dive bar you
absolutely.
have that you think we should go visit, you may love or you may hate. We're gonna try them all. The good, the bad, the
Absolutely.
very ugly. We're gonna try them all. We've been to the gambit of them already. But we always want to go to different places. We travel so much, we want to go try
Yep.
different places all over the place. So, with that, guys, we do appreciate you guys more than you know. Check us out on social media. Make sure you
Mhm.
like, share, subscribe, and all this other stuff. And remember, spay and neuter your pets. I don't know. That's from that
Oh,
old TV
oh
show
my
back in the
God.
day.
All right, Bob Barker.
From the price is right. With that, guys, we appreciate you guys, and we will see you when we see you.
Bye, y'all.